Big Cars, powering British challenge mixed martial arts throughout 2016. www.bigcars.co.uk.
Next up, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Salzburg Chi, Dilawar Nasir. And his opponent, fighting out the red corner, representing BKK Fighters, Iontton.
I can lift up the sound with one shell to your speakers. You don't want it with this boy, better no speaker. Tell so low, beat man to the lines. I'm a street kid, straight up, far from a preacher. But I've gathered knowledge, so I listen to my teachers. And if you are not on my radar, am I gonna beep ya? How about nobody's ready for my team? All that pussy old money won't fulfill your dreams, I'm telling ya. You're so whack and I nobody's spelling ya. All that ain't what it seems. I ain't on the rhythm trying to crush dreams, no it ain't that. Drive the beat.
You've got Ben Iontton fighting out of BKK Fighters in Colchester. You can hear there's a lot of local support for him. He's fighting against Dilawar Nasir from Salzburg Chi in the black shorts and blue corner. Helpfully, he's got his name written on his bottom so you can work out who he is. Ben's known as Crazy Ben in the BKK gym. Let's see what he pulls out here.
Very, very rangy as well. Very, very tall, very, very long. A very experienced corner as well. Arnold Allen, the Stone Mason as well.
Both these fighters seem really rangy for bantamweights. Both of them seem to have quite a lot of length.
They're both trying to make use of that as well. You've got Dylan throwing those long looping, wild overhand rights.
I think Ben should try and time that with a nice long teep right off the back leg as he comes in with an overhand teep straight through the middle and take his midsection out.
So he uses that little stutter step and then throws a great big looping right hand.
Yeah, you know, he's not really working to set that up. It's just sort of skipping into it and trying to throw it. If he needs to set that up with like a nice long jab.
Dilla the Killer.
That could be marketable. Royalties, what, at to Brad Scott.
Done like a variation of a Superman punching as well. Ben needs to get a bit more active, start using that jab, pump that jab out.
He's throwing that overhand right from last week.
Yeah, you can see that coming a mile off. It's just sort of have a look at it when it's coming in, get underneath it, use it either to time an entry or to throw that nice counter, stop him in his tracks. As it comes
straight into full gut, full mount.
I think
he should have gone for the Von Flew check then. I think he should have gone for the Von Flew.
Got a nice position, throwing some
This is not a good place for Dylan to be if he does. That's great.
He's working that, pushing that head down, getting a nice bit of space. He's got 10 seconds to do some damage here from top position. Dilla's
Dilla's thrashing those hips, but he wasn't going to shake that off there. Ben looks one. Ben doesn't look any worse for those two big right hands.
Yeah, it's an interesting round to score. They both thrown some light leg kicks. You've got Dilla's landed a couple of those big punches. Ben's then taken a lovely takedown, a bit of ground and pound. Where do you see that, Brad?
Well, I can only hear the crowd at the moment. It was absolutely ecstatic then. I still think he should have gone for the Von Flue choke. It was very difficult to land some decent strikes from Mount when the guy's buckarooing. Yeah, I was really impressed. He come back there, he was rocked. I think that pretty much draws the round out. How do you have that, Steve?
I got to say, I'm just happy sitting here listening to two of you talk MMA. It's quite nice. I've got my own experts next to me. I think Dilla probably took the round, but I think he took it through his sort of wildness as opposed to anything else. The first shot, I think Ben came back from really well. I don't see the second round going the same way, though.
Yeah, I think that they've both gone back to their corners. Both very different corners. I mean, Ben will have gone back to Jack Mason and Arnold. He'll have had some good, solid advice about where he's going wrong and what he needs to do is press forward. You can already see he's using that nice front teep. He's settled down a lot. I think that's really important as a fighter. You go into your corner, you've got to be able to take that advice on board, come out, put it into play. We've seen both of them calm down a bit here and start to settle into what they're doing.
Being a corner man is a bit of an act to it as well. There's no point for the first 30 seconds even speaking to to the fighter. You can't take anything in. Normally you're so exhausted, you're trying to get your breath back. My coaches personally let me know exactly what I should be doing in the last 20, 30 seconds.
It's a little more controlled pace so far. Dilla's not again, when Dilla goes that little bit wild, kind of like Tasmanian devil swinging, that's when he's caused the most issues for Ben.
What I've noticed with Dilla the Killer, he locks that front leg up. Like you see there, locked, he locks it again. Now from Ben, I would calf kick him back to the stone edge. His legs look like shoelaces anyway, so I'd go straight for the kill, straight for the back of that calf.
It's nice to see, Ben's using that jab more now as well, throwing it out there as a distraction. That would be the exact perfect thing to do, throw that jab out as he locks the leg out, take it out from underneath him. That's the second time he's landed that spinning back kick. Again, he's telegraphing it. For me, that's something Ben needs to be moving out the way of and catching him on the way round.
That's what I want to see him do there, hack away at that lead leg. If you look at Dilla's footwork, his front leg's way too far across. That's why he's really struggling when he does throw the overhand. He's cutting the own power out. He needs to get a decent stance. And look, now he's getting caught. He's sticking his tongue out. I think Ben should really open up with those roundhouses to that lead leg.
Pace from Dilla a little bit. I keep saying Dilla, that's not fair. And Dilawar Nasir's slowing a little bit, but still looking to wing that one punch in.
Dilla the Killer.
I was going to say they want to be called what's in their shorts, but that would make Ben rocky.
Yeah. "20 seconds left in this round."
Suddenly got a bit tentative here, they're both starting to get the measure of each other and it's suddenly started to be a bit of a standoff. I think both have been caught and neither of them really wants to. It's that spinning back kick. Again, it's not doing any damage, but it's irritating.
And another spinning technique to finish out the round.
So if you were in Dilla's corner now, what would you be saying to him, Brad?
What? God, Dilla's corner. Well, he's having a lot of luck with that overhand. To be honest with you, I'd tell him to start bringing it forward, keep his hands tighter, stop being so wild and actually pick his shots. The spinning shots are landing, even though they are telegraphed, Ben should be moving out the way. But I'll continue throwing those spinning kicks. If I was in Ben's corner on the other hand, I'd tell him to take that lead leg straight off. He's always got that foot, Dilla's always got his front foot too far across, like he's going to throw it. You should be able to read that, throw that right roundhouse and catch the front of his calf. He might even get a takedown from that. And like we've seen already, he's pretty nifty on the ground. He's from a well-renowned ground gym. He's got Arnold Allen and Jack Mason in his corner. So we should know, pretty much what to do from there.
As the seconds are cleared out, we get ready to start the third and final round. I'd like the pace just to pick up a little for the third. I want some of the excitement of the first back here. Nice touch of gloves.
Yeah, there's a lot of stop-starting and jittering forward. It'd be nice to see both fighters committing and pushing those shots through.
Sort of a bit tentative to actually get into range with the strikes. They're happy to kick, but neither of them are happy enough to get close enough. They're always punching from too far away. And their heads are staying very, very centre line. You need to move them up. Ben's looking a bit more aggressive now. Dilla the Killer's going for a bit more of that Muhammad Ali approach.
Yeah, you're rolling that hand.
Ben's reading those spinning tactics now, reading the big right hands and just stepping off as they're coming in. You can see that's frustrating Dilla.
Ben constantly on the forward step here now.
What he needs to do is when he steps out of the way of those spinning kicks, he needs to capitalise on it, as he comes round. He needs to be moving back in, Dilla's just landed a lovely shot there.
Again, it's that looping right hand that's been the real money shot for Nasir at the moment.
There we go.
Nice level change.
And that's exactly it, it's timing that gap and getting in underneath it.
Now, if I was Dilla now, I'd posture, 2 hands on the throat.
Managed to get back up.
Nice little explode in the stand there.
It's good to see, now Ben's got that range. That's exactly what he needs to be doing, waiting for those opportunities, those big, wild shots, getting in underneath it, securing the takedown.
If you look at Dilla's footwork now, it's very, very unorthodox. His feet are too close together, they're in the wrong position. When he circles his feet, the wrong feet go forward. And there we go. The level changes now, pops his hips, lift them out, lift them out. And Ben double knee drops now, he can lift him. He needs to do a lot more than what he did last time.
I mean, even off his back, he's wild.
This is the thing, he's thrashing around there. It's hard to hold down something that wants to move.
Looking for that right hand again.
Lovely takedown there from Ben. Perfect timing. He's got a nice position there. He needs to just not panic.
Oh, nice hit.
But again, he needs to be careful of his arm.
Constant movement from Nasir on the bottom.
He's starting to look demoralised now, Nasir. He's throwing, those scatty spinning kicks.
Finishing it off with another one of those big right hands. Wow.
I know who won the last round, but I don't know who to give that to.
It'll be interesting to see how the judges score that.
Do you give it to the power punches or the walking side?
Yeah, that's one of the great things about fighting for BKK. You've got experience like that in your corner, and people like that you're training with and behind you, and to learn from. It's an amazing atmosphere.
And again, you look at I think we have 14 BKK fighters on this card, and not one of them have a gimme. Not one of them have a gimme opponent, and this is a clear example of that.
None of us would ever take one, and Jack deals with matchmaking for us, and he would never put a BKK fighter into a fight that wasn't going to be an exciting and evenly matched
We have a
fight.
split decision.
Ooh.
One judge scores it 29-28 in favour of blue corner. Our other judge scores it 29-28 in favour of our red corner. But our third judge scores this bout in favour of our red corner.